Would you say that, in general, many businesses, I know this is probably a broad question,
Mhm.
but do you think in general, many businesses don't appreciate the value of having a standard operating procedure? And if so, why? Is it not sexy? Is an SOP
Well,
not sexy?
no, I think a lot. First of all, I think it's mostly ignorance, right? Most people don't know what it is. The fact that SOPs can come in a lot of different forms is kind of confusing, right? It can be everything from your simple checklist to a full process diagram of how we actually go about doing everything. Those are all could be SOPs, right? Like depending on how we deploy them. So it can be quite confusing what to use in what situations and where and blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is a lot of people don't, they struggle with being able to pull it out of their head into something that they can teach somebody else. So like
Yeah.
elite business owners are ones that are really good at teaching other people how to do what they do, right? That's one of the reasons they're able to scale. They're able to take what's in their head, that knowledge, that experience, put it down on a piece of paper, and then train somebody else to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the time, business owners just hire, hoping that person knows how to do it or can figure it out.
Yeah. Wow. That's putting a lot of trust in an individual.
It really is. That's why I call, like, what I do is I teach business owners how to trust their business, right? And we do that by applying the right type of standardization for the stage that they're at, like where are they in their business experience, and then also the right type of SOP, right? Is it a policy versus a checklist versus a decision tree? Like everything requires something different. And then you always also have to have the policy. If it falls outside the policy, what do I do? What's the communication hierarchy for those?
Right. So how would I know if a company has a SOP that is operating well? What are the telltale signs that there is an SOP in place and it actually works?
So like when I go to a restaurant, one of the things I always do is I look at how clean the bathroom is.
Yeah.
Clean bathroom's going to tell me how well they're keeping basic standards. And it doesn't mean like the bathroom has to be the nicest, but like, is it stocked? Is there toilet paper just sitting on the ground? Is there stains? Like those types of things start to tell you like, what's the condition? Because if they have good management and good standards, those things are going to be maintained no matter what time you walk in there. So that's one of the first like types of things. You can always check a bathroom. It's going to tell you a lot about a place.
Yeah.
But the other things is you look for confusion on employees' face, right? If somebody if somebody looks like I don't know what to do, that's because there's no standard in place. So that's another one like that I look for. And the third thing that I look for is, does somebody have to ask for permission a lot to do something? So does the employee have to go to the manager or the person above them in line to get a yes to doing an action? Do they have the confidence, the autonomy, the knowledge to make the decision to do the next action? So that's like the third thing that I'll look for. And that's just like if I'm sitting down at a restaurant, a coffee shop, a bookstore, whatever, just visual observations of efficiency there. And then it can go more in depth. Like if I know the business well, like I've been in the business, like the youth camp industry, I can look and see like where the physical positioning of a staff member is, where they're standing, who they're standing next to, what direction they're facing. Those are all indications of standards to me. And those are applicable in other places as well.
Well, explain that.